What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite Lego themes of all time, the short-lived Scooby-Doo theme that was released back in 2015. Lego partnered with the Hanna-Barbera animation studio to make 5 total sets, 1 poly bag, and a dimensions set. But I put a post out a couple weeks ago asking which one you guys want to see first, and this got the most votes. So I thought today we would take a look at this. Just disclaimer, this set isn't 100% fully rebuilt. There are pieces that I lost or couldn't find. So that's why, and I'll point that out too, like if some parts are different. Without further ado, let's get into it. So before we get into the set, I wanted to take a closer look at the minifigures. So starting out with the good guy characters, here we have Scooby-Doo, which is not exclusive to the set. Surprisingly, him and Shaggy came in every single set, which made sense, but this is the sit-down version with the scared printing on the mouth. And I mean, for the time, you know, this guy being about 11 years old now, he does look pretty good. There is some scratched on the printing there, but, you know, younger me didn't really care about keeping this stuff pristine. So there's a closer look at Scooby-Doo. Moving on, we have Shaggy, which has an exclusive torso for this set, with the seaweed and star on his shirt. He has more on the back here. I did give him a burger.
Burger. I'm sorry, did he just say that his last name is Burger?
Oh my god, do you come with fries?
For an accessory, but I don't have the printed top piece anymore, which sucks. But he has a I don't think this headpiece is exclusive. I can't remember if it was this headpiece or if it's the traditional one. Let me bring that in. I can't remember which one's in this set. So he does have 2 different facial expressions across the sets. You have this one on this figure, which is smiling, and then more of a scared or upset, and then you have the full scared and the smiling. So I don't remember which one's which that goes to this set, but I just have this one on here for now. But he does look pretty good. Rounding up for our last good guy character, we have Daphne Blake here. Now, her torso is not the original one from the set, obviously, because I did end up losing that over time, but I did give her Little Nelson's torso from that one Ninjago Day of the Departed set. So you can see that back printing. I'll probably erase it at some point, but the torso actually kind of works because it has the green underneath to match for the scarf thing that she has. She does have printed legs that don't wrap all the way around, unfortunately, but I mean, they do still look kind of good. The head is a double-sided head. You have a smiling or a scared, and then you have a smiling there. So, and then the hairpiece, I believe, was exclusive along with the head to this subline. She has a oar and then a camera for the accessories. And now moving on to the villains, we have the sea creature. I have no idea what show or episode this guy is from. The legs are not the original legs. Those original legs are being used on my Stu Mocker custom from Scream, but I just did this is, you know, all that I had for dark green legs. Printing looks pretty good on them. Just like the Scooby gang, I mean, they look straight out of the TV show. So Lego did a great job with that. He has a trident, and he has a double-sided head. We can flip him around to reveal this guy. Again, I don't know what episode of this, or what, you know, series the sea monster is supposed to be from. So if you guys know, let me know in the comments. And then for our last minifigure, we have the Lighthouse Keeper. So this minifigure here is based off of the season 3 episode 1 of What's New Scooby-Doo with the haunted lighthouse. So that's kind of what the set's based off, and this minifigure. Again, I don't know what the sea monster's from, but they just, you know, decided to include it. The printing looks good on him. The torso is just a Harry Potter torso because I can't find the original torso that I had, which I think had some other detailing on them. And I also gave him the Garmadon cape thing from the Ninjago movie because I felt like it matched. The beard piece is from The Hobbit, and he has a double-sided head here revealing Verona Dempsey, I want to say. I don't remember. But the cool thing about this is if we give this a little bit of light here, and then we turn this off, the head actually glows in the dark. So that is pretty cool. I also did the Lighthouse Keeper, the ghost effect from Hidden Side and Ninjago Season 15 because I felt like it matched. So that's it for the minifigures, and now we'll take a look at the builds. Taking a closer look at the first build you get in the set, you do get the Mystery Games speedboat. Now, this is not built to a one-to-one recreation of the original set like you'll see in all my other Scooby-Doo reviews. Whenever I get to those, there's a lot of pieces that I don't have anymore. Like for starters, I'm supposed to have another one of these pieces to kind of fill in the boat, so that's why this stuff is shutting out so far, but I did the best I could with what I have. So for starters, again, this is a built one-to-one recreation from the original set, but most of the original parts are there. You do get some skis here, so we'll take Shaggy here and put the skis on the bottom, and then give him the burger, and then you'll attach him to the rope here. So there's how that looks, and then you have enough seating area for take Daphne here, and we'll put her driving the boat, and then we can put Scooby right here. So I mean, you can have all the characters in the boat. Looks pretty cool. There's supposed to be a different piece again here for the engine, but I just did what I could. But I mean, for what I recreated, it does look pretty good. And I'll throw up, an image of what the boat's actually supposed to look like, but I think I did a decent job. And you do get these smooth tiles on the bottom, so it can slide around easily and pull Shaggy along. And now, taking a closer look at the lighthouse itself, it's so big that it barely fits into frame. This set back in the day costed $50, which I feel like is crazy, especially with, you get 5 minifigures that are, most of them are exclusive to the set, or don't come in any other sets. But I mean, it looks pretty good. Just for the visual appearance of the lighthouse, again, there's a lot of pieces I will point out that I didn't have to fully restore it, but I mean, for what I recreated here, it does look pretty good. Throwing up an original photo of the lighthouse, I mean, it looks all right. I will say that the lighthouse in the show of What's New Scooby-Doo looks a little bit different, but for what Lego recreated here, it looks pretty good. So now let's take a closer look at all the details. So first, we're going to start down here at the lower part of the lighthouse. You have this seaweed element here. This is more stuff that I just added for details, like all these rocks and stuff. Like, those weren't there on the original set, but I felt like it looked kind of naked. You have this little smaller light here. It's supposed to be actually over here clipped, but I don't have a piece for that. So it does look pretty good. Coming over here to these wood pieces here, there should be just a crowbar here that we could use. So let's get one of the Scooby in here, and you're supposed to take the crowbar here and use it to pry up the wood pieces. Again, I don't have another one of the original wood pieces, so I'm just using a random sticker tile that I found. I can just peel that up, but you get the point. You peel that off, and in the bottom of this, there's supposed to be a map. This is actually a sticker from a Ninjago sticker book that I just threw on a tile because I lost the original map piece. But, I mean, for play elements, Lego did a good job with what you're supposed to be doing here. It adds more story elements because you can, have the characters dig up the map to find the treasure. So, you know, putting that back down inside of the lighthouse. That is where you are supposed to start with your mystery. And moving up to the next section of the lighthouse. And then moving up to the next part of the lighthouse or mystery, you have this door here that leads you into the captain's quarters. You have this keep out sign, which looks pretty good. It is, the sticker actually is applied to a gray tile because I don't have any more brown ones. But the door actually is supposed to be a different piece, but this is all I had. Again, before we do take a closer look at the inside, I do want to talk about the rock face stuff here. So this is supposed to be a seaweed piece. I brick built it because I don't have the original seaweed piece, but I mean I think I did a decent job with doing that. You have the skull rock here. You have the keep out sign, stairs, this barrel, which I don't think was there on the original set, but I just added it for fun. And then an old ore piece. This is actually from the original set. The one that Daphne has, I got from Bricks and Minifigs because I think I needed a new one. And then, you know, we'll move to the interior. Taking a closer look at the interior here, you have a stove with a pan, which was in the original set. I added the mouse from Harry Potter, a beer bottle, and a lamp, because I think it needed someone to spice up the area. Over here you have the interior of the skull rock, which is pretty cool feature in of itself. You just turn this knob and the thing opens, and having this piece on the front here or on the back here prevents it from fully I guess not falling back down. I mean, it just adds friction for it. So, you know, flipping that around to the front here so you can see that, you just flip the rock up like that. You have a crate in there which would have had stuff, and crystal, which I just added. So now we'll take a closer look at the upstairs. Moving up to the second story here, you have a set of stairs you can place minifigs on to go up the stairs like that. I don't believe this ladder was here on the original set. I think I just added it for another way to get up, but you can clip a minifig on like that. You have, moving on to, like, you know, this side, you have this seaweed piece here, a jail cell, and then if you notice, I have these bricks here instead of these curved elements because I don't have any more curved elements, so I just went with normal bricks. Moving on to the interior of the second story, you have this cobweb here with a newer spider. I don't remember if there was a spider on the original set or not. Oh. And that fell off. So you are supposed to, you know, bring the spider web up here. You have a little desk with a candle and a chair. I think I added all this stuff is all Sharpie for the counting the days of how long you've been there. There was an original sticker at some point in here, but I think I just overdid it for fun. And you can place a minifigure up here in the jail. So we'll put Daphne up here. And there you go. Daphne is now in the jail cell. I think the original set 2 had the jail cell being able to open from this side. But I don't have that original door piece. So we're just gonna go with the one that just stays in place. Interior for both stories is a little lackluster. The cave element down here with the rock and all that, that's definitely really cool. But you know, once they, in terms of storytelling, I mean, Daphne can get captured by the ghosts and stuff, and now Scooby and Shaggy have to rescue her. So you have that element of play, which I really like. And we're going to move on to the top of the lighthouse, and probably my favorite part of the set. So moving up to the top of the lighthouse, you would have had sticker elements on these pieces of glass here, but I tore the stickers off for some reason when I was younger. So I just Sharpied on there. There's supposed to be a long tube piece here too for the railing, but I just added the these gate pieces, I want to say. But I mean, you get the point for the representation that I have here. The lighthouse can spin here 360 degrees around, so that's pretty cool. You can pose minifigures up here, so I mean, you could recreate some fun moments here. We'll just put like the Lighthouse Keeper up here and get Shaggy up here to get chased by the Lighthouse Keeper. I mean, there you go. You have a lot of things you can do. I believe in the episode of What's New Scooby-Doo, Daphne actually uses the oar to defend herself, or maybe she uses it to save herself from falling off the top of the lighthouse when the Lighthouse Keeper attacks her. But you get the point. A lot of play there. You do get probably my favorite feature, which when you find the map, on the map itself from the original set, it would have showed you where the key was, and all you gotta do is lift up this top here, and inside, if I can find it, you have a key. So the key is supposed to be gold, but I don't have the gold key piece anymore. But I mean, basically, your characters, find the key here, like that. So now your characters have the key, and they need to find the treasure. So you could, start at the bottom, work your way up here, and then go to the Skull Cave, which we'll go to next. So going back to the Skull Cave here, again, you can have your mystery ding open up the Skull Cave and go inside with the key, and you turn around to the back here and you have a treasure chest. So I find this funny, actually. I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera, but when I rebuilt this set a couple years ago, all those green piles right there is just money tiles that I threw in there because I felt like it'd be funny. Which sucks because I kind of needed money for my Lego City, so now I'm going to have to go buy a bunch of pieces. But having the key here, you can, pretend your characters to unlock the chest here, unlock it, and inside you have gems and gold. So you found the treasure that the crooks that stole, and then I don't know if you could use your own imagination to set up a trap for the crooks and then have the mystery gang unmask them. So you have that story element too. So I mean, for Lego doing the story element here, I mean, they did a really good job. And so for my final thoughts on the Haunted Lighthouse set from Lego Scooby-Doo that was released back in the year 2015, I miss this line a lot. I am fortunate to have collected the entire wave of sets as of 2026. So I recently picked up the Haunted Mansion at a third or second-hand Lego store when I was on vacation last month. So I'm very fortunate to have gotten that. So I love this set. I'm so glad to have it. I feel like that this line especially is so hard to find. Like, if you wanted to go out and buy this set brand new, you're looking upwards of like maybe $500 to $800 sealed, and maybe even like used like this, but obviously in better condition. I mean, you're looking at a crap ton of money. So I mean, if you want to go out and buy this, it's gonna be a lot of money. You could always bricklink it, but that would always, that could be also super expensive. So if you want this set, good luck trying to find it. Again, I'm very grateful that I picked this up when I was a child. Let me know what you guys think about this set in the comments down below. And if you miss this theme like I do, make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll have more reviews of Lego Scooby-Doo sets coming out soon. See ya.